Hey Gearheads, thanks for tuning in to another fun-filled episode of Dan's Garage. We're back here with my buddy Eric. You might remember him from the junkyard video we did together. He went out there with me. He also has his own channel called... Now you don't remember it. See?
Brain fart.
Buick Support
Yeah.
Performance...
I don't even have my phone. Buick Performance thing, something or other. Performance channel. Boy, was that a train wreck.
Buick Performance Support Channel. And he also has his own YouTube channel called...
Buick Support Channel.
That's not right.
It is. Is it?
It's not Buick Support Channel. It's
Yeah,
Buick Performance Support
God,
Channel.
help me. Yeah.
Buick Performance Support Channel. Do you want me to write it down?
Buick.
I could put
I
it
should
next
put it
to
right there.
He also has his own channel on YouTube called...
The Buick Performance Support Channel.
That's right. We'll got a link down in the description. You can check that out if you like Buicks. And if you like Buicks, you've probably already seen the thumbnail. We're going to go ahead and dive into that 455 block. We're going to take the pistons out. We're going to see what it looks like. Eric knows a lot more about engines than I do, so he's going to kind of tell us what he knows about it. We may even pull out those heads and get all that stuff ready. And then at the end of the video, we're going to give everything away to one lucky viewer. It's him. So he's going to take the engine, he's going to bring it over to his channel, and he's going to go ahead and build it at some point in the future, and maybe buy a project and put it in there. So if you'd like to see where this engine ends up, subscribe to his channel. But for now, we got to move everything around here so we can get that engine out and get it on a stand. So I'm going to clean this mess up. I'm going to get the Chevelle out of here. We'll move this Chevelle over, and we'll be back with the engine. So I got the Chevelle moved, so now we have to push this thing around. If you remember, I have it on these dollies, which I think I did a review on Amazon or something for. They're really handy if you have a really big space. If you have a tiny space like this, it's kind of a little bit of a pain. But we're going to go ahead and move this over. Let's see how it goes. There you go. I need a
Hard pewed like poop on the glue.
Bring this way. Actually, this is good because I need to move it the other way anyway. So when we're done, we'll put the butt that way and have it nosed out so I can put it on the trailer.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh.
Oh, we gotta get that.
Alright.
You got about a foot.
Yeah, hang on. Well, we got it positioned perfectly, but I forgot one thing, that the engine crane is back in the corner. So we're going to try and shove this back and see if we can get the engine crane out, or we're going to move this all over again. But you've seen how easy it moves, so if you have to move cars around, especially on a mostly level surface, these dollies are awesome. But let's see if we can get it out. Let's see how it's sliding. Alright. Now we're good. We can get this out of here. Now we can put the car back. Of course, there's no floor in the car, so when I took the seats out, all that rust kind of fell out here. So we just got to clean this up a little first. So the engine is over here still. As we know, as I discussed before, I think you leave something somewhere too long, it'll get covered and stuff. So we're just going to move all these boxes and everything out of the way. We'll bring the engine out here and set it up on the crane and get it on the stand. Where's the stand? Oh, the stand's over there. Okay, we got to put the stand together too, but well, let's get it out here first. Scoop. Grab that box and just kind of throw stuff over this way. Alright, let's get this sucker out. Alright, so first thoughts?
It is dirty.
It's very dirty.
It's been sitting a while.
Well, remember it was sitting outside at Willie's place, so who knows what it got in. But we did get it moving.
Yeah, I mean,
So it moves a little bit.
I can't even believe it moves, but
Actually moved pretty well. It's got a little bit of a surface lip on the in the cylinders.
yeah, well, I mean, it should clean up with 30 over and put a set of pistons in it.
All right.
I mean, this thing will run one day.
Oh, yeah.
It will.
Well, let's get it up on the stand and see what it looks like.
Sounds good.
Now, if you're wondering why I had this on the other way, check out one of my earliest videos on garage storage. It actually takes up a lot less space to flip this over and put it on the back if you're going to store it up against the wall. I'll put that card up there. That's one way to get it done. Alright, so we got the cradle off of it. So now we're going to go ahead and pull the converter off because we need this area, and the flywheel probably. We need this area to put it on the stand. I got this flex plate holder, Turner. Also, this thing is amazing. So much better than just trying to use a pry bar or a screwdriver. Which way are you going? So I know which way to hold back.
Clockwise.
You're going clockwise? But I need to be this way. No, I need to be the other way. You sure? Alright, try that. That loosen or fall off?
I think it fell off.
Oh, there you go. I wonder if there's fluid in this thing. We'll have to be careful when we pull it off.
You would know it already.
How would we know it? Hey, there we go.
There's
Got the first bolt loose. I think this cylinder is the one that's holding us up. You can see all the rust in there. So I think that piston is not wanting to come up all the way, and that's why we can't rotate this all the way around. And the third bolt is up here, so it either goes almost all the way that way or almost all the way that way. So I think we're going to have to bring this piston down and clean out this cylinder a little bit with some Scotch-Brite or something so we can get this thing rotated all the way. Alright, so this is the piston. We're going to see if we can get this one all the way up. Feels like it's locked on something else. I wonder if it's a... It can't be a lifter, can it?
No, I don't think so.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to reuse this cam anyway, right?
No, I don't think so.
It really sounds like it's this one. I think we need to do more.
I don't know, man.
It sounds like it's right here.
Yeah, it does sound like that.
Should we try and pop one of those up?
Yeah.
Yep,
Alright.
that did it.
Yes, sir.
Right there.
It's all about leverage, guys. If you're having trouble with a bolt, getting it stuck or getting it undone, try a longer pry bar or ratchet or breaker bar. You can put a pipe on a breaker bar. I actually use the handle to my jack and put it on that breaker bar, which extends it out like 3 or 4 feet. Makes it nice and easy.
Should pop right off.
It should.
Cheater bar.
Here it goes.
Move my feet some of the way.
Yep. Yeah, the snout's stuck in the crank, that's it.
Alright, grab that.
Oh.
Over behind
Yeah,
you.
oh, yeah. Is it a pry bar?
Alright, Eric, what are we doing now?
We're taking the flywheel off, and then we're going to put it onto the engine stand, flip it over, take the pan off, start taking the crank out, and hopefully it's in good shape.
Well, this should go nice and easy. Let's see. NASCAR style. Time. One of these days it's gonna come off. How's it look?
It's not cracked. They usually crack between here and here.
Alright, well that's good.
Looks clean.
Maybe it's worth something. So when I'm not using the engine stand, I take it apart because it stores easier over there. So now all we have to do is figure out how to put it back together. I'll start with this. This has been around forever too. Now I realized through my years of infinite wisdom that it makes it a lot easier if you take the snout holder, whatever this thing is called, and you put this on the engine first, get this where it needs to be, then you just take the engine stand, you can slide it on here and then lower the crane and you're set to go. As opposed to trying to have this on the engine stand and trying to get this lined up, it's not going to work as easy. And when you need the bolts to bolt into your engine, if you look at my first video, the one I carted up there before about storage, this is on there too as an idea. You weld nuts onto the engine stand, and then you have your bolts right here, so they're ready when you need them. If you have a couple of different engines that you work on, you can just line it up with different size bolts, different size nuts, and put it down both sides, and you have them all right there when you need them. Because what I like to do is loosen all these and then straighten this out, so it makes the most sense. Good.
Excellent. I hope so, yeah.
Alright, I'm going to have to jack this up a little bit. And jack it up.
Yeah. Do you know if there's any oil in the can?
Nope.
What do you mean, no? You didn't check it?
Lower it down.
I am taking off the dented pulley, crank pulley. It's no good, so no sense of keeping it.
And it's less weight to turn over.
Yeah.
Should we just pull all that stuff off?
Yes, we're going to.
The water pump? Oh, there you go. Well, that came off nice.
There you go.
Wow, that does come off nice. Look at that. Yeah. All right, we're going to take the timing cover off. Eric's going to try and see if there's any oil in it. Don't forget that drain pan. Nuts and bolts in. Now. There we go. Look at that timing chain. You're blocking the camera, dude.
Sorry.
It's rookie mistakes. This timing chain is... Alright, go ahead. Now you can pull it off.
Alright.
Eric was too fast and pulled it off before I can get back here with the camera, but
Yeah,
we're going to recreate it for you. So just pulling the timing chain off. It's obviously not going to be reused, and we're going to get a new one. You can see the concentric there for the oil pump. And we're going to pull the cam out because you can see all the lifters are up since we've rotated it. So Eric's going to go ahead and pull that cam out. So this is a live recreation of the Monty experience. If you haven't seen that, you should go and rent it on videotape. It's in my living room. And no one's going to get that joke unless Jordan's watching. Look at that. How's that cam look, Eric?
Pretty crappy.
Any worn lobes on it?
A little dirty.
What do you think? Give us your professional opinion.
It's factory.
Oh, it's original?
Mm-hmm.
So this engine has never been rebuilt, or they reused the factory cam, which is probably less likely. So we get the first view of the pistons in there. Can't really see too much, I guess, because of the way this light is. But Eric's going to look in there and check out the bearings, and his professional opinion is... Let's turn it over and pull the pan, and we'll be able to see more. So we're not going to reuse these lifters, so we can just pull them out and throw them away, or you want to put them in a box?
Yeah, once you pull out...
So they're...
They don't look that bad.
Alright, almost all the lifters are out.
That's going to need a little help.
I don't think that's going to work. Want to just throw it the other way?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh no! We dropped the lifter into the crankshaft.
He didn't have a choice. It wouldn't come up through
That's alright.
here.
So there's the lifter down there. I put it on the crankshaft for good handling. But we're going to flip the engine over anyway, aren't we, Eric?
Yes, we are.
And what are we going to do after that?
Take the oil pan off and see what's in there.
Alright, let's do it. Initiating rotation. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, that sounds like a rotor. I mean, sounds like a lift after. You can hear all that stuff.
Lord. That sounds gross.
Alright. Ah, there it goes. Alright, so here's our first view of the oil pan. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. It's dented a little bit on the bottom here. look across it, you can see the drain plug is kind of over. But if you have a lowered car or you hit a speed bump when you're racing down the drag track, then you might have some damage.
Or on ground.
But Eric's going with the manual tools now. Eric, tell us why you chose that tool over power tools or air tools.
Well, why not?
That's a great answer. I'm glad you're here. If you guys want more comedy like that, go check out Eric's channel. There's going to be an engine rebuild on there soon. Eric, what do you think you're going to put this engine in after you build it?
C10. So late 60s, early 70s.
You know that's made by Chevrolet.
Yeah, I know.
So you're going to put a Buick engine in a Chevrolet.
Yeah,
I mean,
why
usually
not?
people put Chevrolet engines in Buicks, but
All the time.
you're going to do the opposite. You
That's
are an
right.
innovator, my friend.
I know.
Check out my cool traffic light back there. I love that. All right, well, this is not very exciting. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get all of these bolts off of here, and then Eric's going to wait to take it off until we have the camera rolling. So we'll be right back after these words from
Our sponsor.
nobody. We'll be right back. We want sponsors.
Alright, well, we're going to try and get this. Oh, it kind of popped right off. There you go. Nice. Oh.
Well, yeah, there's bound to be things living in here. It's pretty dark and dreary.
I found a bumblebee behind the timing cover. The timing
But I
chain.
mean, it doesn't look too bad. Here's your oil pickup. What do you think of that oil pickup, Eric? Is that a little bit of muck in there?
Yeah, I would say
Oh my
I would
gosh.
say so. Oh.
That's
I
nasty.
just blew it nose. Ew.
I would not. You dripping that stuff all over the garage floor? You are.
No, I'm not actually.
So here's your first look at the inside of the Buick. Eric is regretting paying nothing for this engine right about now.
This engine's been rebuilt.
It's been rebuilt, and how do we know, Eric?
Somebody put dimples in the connecting rods to mark them.
Somebody marked them, but we know the cam was original, so they rebuilt it. They probably just put bearings in it.
It's possible. I won't know until I take the cap off.
And what do we know about these pistons just by looking at it?
Stock crap garbage.
Stock crap garbage.
Yep.
So we have stock crap garbage. We knew there wasn't too much in this engine. It is also a later model engine. What'd I say? 76, 77, 455. Not really the best horsepower if you're looking for an engine that you want to use, but if you're going to rebuild one, a 455 block is a 455 block. Now, the heads and all the other parts, which we'll get to later, are another story, but we'll save that for later. All right, so Eric just corrected me. There is no 77, so it's a 76 engine. I was thinking 76 and 77, but apparently it's just 76. So anybody that was about to start typing and say, Dan, there's no 77, 455, you don't have to. Moving on. What is that? What is that? Tell the people if they don't know.
This is the oil, not an oil scraper, but it's like a oil baffle, I would say.
It's an oil baffle.
Yeah.
What's a baffle?
It baffles me. I don't know.
That was funny. Good one. So we got the oil baffle. We got the oil pickup,
yep.
which we're going to take this and we're going to throw it away. Nobody
Yeah,
wants to see
we're
that
not gonna
ever
use that.
again. We're going to do one of those. And then we'll see what the crank looks like.
We'll
We'll
start taking these
pull off the main caps.
main caps and see.
And we'll pull off the connecting rod.
Yeah, we have to spin it actually.
Yeah, we'll rotate what we can.
We got the bolts.
Let's take a look at the oil pan, folks. What do you think of that? See, this would be clean. That one spot right there where you can see shiny. This is not clean. Eric, what are you doing?
Taking one of the caps off to look at the crank. Let's see if it's in good shape, hopefully.
Are you having a good time?
I'm having a wonderful time. How about you, Dan?
Yeah, I'm going to come help you, so let me...
Ready?
I mean, it is Dan's garage, not Eric's garage. Here, let me help you.
Oh, you get a hold of it.
Oh, is that what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Jeez, these things are tight. What do you torque these things to?
100 foot-pounds.
Oh, that's only 100?
Yep.
Oh, you should be able to do that easier. You need to work out more. Don't listen to me.
I'm not.
I did start working out. I'm doing sit-ups at night now. We should have a box over here. Is there a bearing on there? So tell us what you're thinking.
This is Which is
This is main cap number 3.
number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
And it's got a bearing.
She has a bearing.
Is it scored at all?
It's worn, but it's not bad.
And it's not spun.
No, it's not spun, and there's no copper, so that's a plus.
There's no copper?
Yeah, there's copper underneath here. This is a coating.
Oh, okay.
And once
So if you
go-
see copper, it's
if
bad.
you see copper, it's really bad.
Okay, so
But if it's not
you don't want to
spun,
see copper.
You don't want to see copper.
Especially when you're driving this down the road, you definitely don't want to see a copper. That's a free one. I'm so close and bright. Sorry. I know somebody out there is laughing with
That'll
the beverage in their hand.
That'll polish up.
That'll polish up.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells really burnt in here.
It's burnt.
Yeah,
burnt
it is.
oil.
So somebody didn't change their oil. Lesson here is change your oil. That's it. Just change your oil. I really need to change the oil on the Chevelle, actually. Come to think of it. Do you guys want to see a video of me changing the oil in the Chevelle? No, you don't want to see that. This engine seems so far to be a good candidate for rebuilding. Nothing major is broken, it's just really dirty. So this thing is going to get stripped. It's going to get sent to a machine shop. First thing they're going to do is hot tank it, clean it, and then they'll... I'm running out of brains. They're going to bore out the... Oh yeah, they'll do freeze out plugs.
Cam bearings.
Cam bearing.
Although
Well, no, they gotta.
I might do it.
They gotta bore it out and hone it and cylinder it and
fit it for new pistons.
Come on in here. Tell the people what they're gonna do.
Fit it for new pistons.
Fit it for new pistons.
I already decided which maybe cam I may be using.
Ooh, do you want to tell everyone now? No, let's wait. You have to go to Eric's Buick channel. Hang on. Where do we put our cheat sheet?
It's right there.
This is it. That's not it.
There it is.
Oh, no, it's not. Oh, here it is. It's Buick Performance Support Channel. Yes, we're scripted again because Eric couldn't remember the name of his channel.
I brain farted.
Go over to his Buick Support Channel, and this engine is going to be built, and he's going to be putting it in hopefully a cool Chevy S10. So or C10. Sorry, C10.
It'll fit in.
We'll see what'll happen. All right, let's get this stuff.
All right, what are we doing now?
Oh, it's like waiting for a baby to be born.
Ta-da!
All right.
Wee!
Now you can see the bearing did rotate a little bit, but that might have happened when we took it off. We have our rings, piston rings and everything.
It's really not bad.
Is on here. And the piston is round, so that's good. And it's got a connecting rod. Bearing still rotates, and yeah, I don't know. Here, just.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, they're not spun. There is a significant amount of wear, but I think we're looking pretty good. Just a
There goes
clean
my light.
polish and clean up and just a little TLC.
All right, so we're going to take the rest of these out and get this all opened up, and I'm going to charge the light, and we'll come back.
All right, so we got all of them out but one, number 7, and we're gonna start knocking it out right now.
Oh yeah, that's working. I can feel it.
Yeah, that hammer didn't have a
All right, so that hammer's got
I got it. Oh. I thought I had
Oh,
it.
it's still stuck in there.
It's still stuck in there.
And the DansgarageNC line is ringing off the hook.
Oh,
That pledges. Oh, there you go. Now that's torqued right. Do you know what I'm talking about? Let's see if this one is. Don't laugh, you gotta work.
I don't want to slip off this thing.
No, we don't want you to slip. Can't have you hit the Chevelle. It's for sale soon. Alright, so we're taking the last bolts off of the main caps, and then we will get the crank shaft out and take a look at it, even though we can kind of see its condition, but it really would need to be cleaned up in order to tell if it's any good. Eric, can you reuse this crankshaft or cut it or trim it or buff it or something?
Yeah, it's hard to say right now, but
You can tell me.
I
It's
don't
okay.
see any spun bearings.
So no spun bearings means it may be okay to rebuild if we're going to use it.
It's possible.
But if you want to build this as a stage 3 GS engine,
Whatever.
stage 2 maybe,
I already got one of those.
Yeah, you do. Everyone's heard it, I think. If you haven't, go check out my TikTok. I put a video up on there. Ooh, look at how nice that comes off. Man, this thing stinks. Good thing we don't have smell-o-vision. What do you think?
Dirty.
Well, we know it's dirty. I mean, look at this.
It's not.
This engine probably has not run in 20 years, I'm going to say.
I would say 40.
40 years?
Yeah.
That'd be like when it was new. 76, 86, 96, 06, 16.
A lot.
Well, we can tell by the oil pan there. Alright, we're getting dangerously close. Are those numbered?
Yes.
So you know where they go?
And you have arrows on them. So.
They have arrows.
They do.
I can't see that in there.
Yeah, is the arrows right here?
Obviously, this one is different. Oh, there's an
Arrow and the number.
Oh, very good. Is that stock or is that because somebody rebuilt this?
No, that's factory. All 455, 430s, 400s all have it.
Look at that. Does GM have that? Are we that
Yes.
smart? Oh, we're all that smart.
I know
Okay.
Chevy's did.
Well, I mean, you know, Buick's still GM, so.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, there's the end cap. Wait, why has that one got two and a gap in the middle? What's going on, Eric? Tell us.
It's the rear main cap, and it looks decent. Rope seal, which suck. They always
Yeah, we
leak.
don't need that.
They always leak.
All right, so if this hammer doesn't fall on anyone's feet,
It's not.
the crank is ready to come out. Eric, are you ready to take the crank out?
I'm ready to take my crank out.
Wait, what are you going to do with it when you pull it out? We need to...
I'm going to put it on the floor and stand it up.
No, that's going to make a mess on my floor.
You can't. Don't be so whiny.
All right. Let's go. Eric's about to take the crank out. Do you need help with that? That's heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's heavy.
Do you want help?
Maybe. Maybe.
I'm not trying to be mean or anything. Oh, look at him go. Whoa.
You have to stand them up because if you lay them down, they bend.
You lay it down, it gets mad. So,
It gets unhappy.
and you know what you can do now? You can put a piece of glass on the top and make it a table. You got a crank table.
Beautiful.
All right, so I think we're pretty much all done stripping this block down, Eric.
Yeah.
Overall, what? Huh? Yeah, okay. So overall, attitude, thoughts, what are you thinking?
Excited?
All right. It's a good free engine from your buddy Dan from DansgarageNC.
That's correct. Thank you, Dan.
All right. So you guys got to watch Eric's Buick support,
Channel.
Buick Performance support channel, and see what happens with this engine. But for right now, we're going to pack all this stuff up and get it ready to go. But we're also going to review the heads and intake and the exhaust manifolds and all that other stuff we got too, right? We're going to look over that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably going to be tomorrow. So we've already done the engine block. We know everything about that. So I've laid out the rest of the parts of the engine. We had intake. We got a pair of heads, pair of exhaust manifolds, oil dipstick, and one valve cover. And then this thing, EGR.
Yep.
Is this any good? I mean, all this stuff is rusted up, so I don't even know if it's useful.
Goes right here.
We know where it goes. So is this intake any good? Is this something you would use, or something we can sell
believe it
to
or
somebody
not,
who's doing a restoration, maybe?
I want to use as much as I can of this engine, just to save on cost. I reached out to my Facebook family, the Buick 400, 430, 455 group, and I got a very nice response. I found a carburetor, I found pistons, I found timing chain cover. I mean, I found a bunch of stuff really cheap. I mean, this is going to be a nice build when I get done with it.
So this intake, this stock intake, is in
it'll work.
good enough shape. We can clean it up and use it. What about these heads? Are these heads any good?
These heads are
weird rockers.
75, 76 are the only year heads that are 78 cc heads. And the pistons that I found are flat tops. So with the extra cc of the chamber of the heads, it's going to be around 10 to 1, which is perfect.
Good for the street. And these intake
Perfect for the street.
These exhaust manifolds. This one does not have a cover. That one does. But it looks like everything is good on it. One of them had a broken stud. This
That's
one,
no problem.
I think over here, but we could pull that off, heat it up a little bit.
These have exhaust. I mean, they're broken flat, which is going to be a little more tougher to get out, but I can get them out. That's not a big deal. Just need the heat wrench. We'll get them out. So.
So we got this dipstick. Cause this thing doesn't look like it's any good anymore, is it?
Oh, it's plenty good.
Oh yeah, you can actually reuse this.
Yeah, actually, brand new. Those things are like $80.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah.
And then we have one valve cover, I guess.
That's
but,
fine. I'm gonna change those anyway. I'm gonna
put something prettier on.
I'm gonna put something like chrome stage 1 valve covers.
Oh, this still has studs on it, so these hopefully will come out easy enough.
Yeah.
And the
plate that comes off. There you go.
It's got the original numbers. Are these exhaust manifolds any good? Were they like opened up at all, or 72 they or 76 they kind of cut them down and made them?
Matter of fact, I got a guy looking for a set for one side. So, and I reached out to him and see if he gets back to me.
All right. Well, if you make money on any of this stuff, I get a kickback here.
Of course you do.
All right, let's go check out these other parts I got.
Absolutely.
So all these parts were laying in the trunk of the Buick, so all these parts are kind of rusted and shot. Some of them are electrical and not even moving like this alternator, but is any of this stuff any good? I think one of these, yeah, this is freed up, but again, I don't know if these power steering pumps are hard to find or useful at all with these hoses.
The brackets can be hard to find, 74 to 76. I mean, they use so many different bracketry and, different cars, LeSabres and Electras and all sorts of stuff. That's
Heat
a
riser,
heat riser that
exhaust.
goes on the...
It's actually not in that bad a shape.
Actually goes right here. This actually goes right here and sends heat to the air cleaner.
Right, that heats up the air for the carburetor to
Correct.
work better, quicker,
That's
warm up.
for winter stuff.
In cold temperatures.
Yeah.
Well, and things like this, so this has water in it, had water in it, so it could be pretty corroded on the inside. It actually doesn't look too bad. And it's got this riser for the bolt.
Actually, that's the bypass to the top of the timing cover.
Oh, okay.
Water pump, yep.
So, yeah, so it's got, actually, the bolt is in here, so that'll come out.
Actually, it'll pop out. There you go.
Just like that. So, yeah, I mean, something like this could be useful to somebody doing a restoration or whatever. And then we got this.
You know what that is?
I think I know what it is. I was thinking, like, battery hold down.
Not quite.
But then I was thinking it's just a mouth to talk. Me. Probably not.
Actually, Buicks use this for the transmission crossmember at the ends. Keeps it from it. The end of the crossmember goes into here and then bolts down to the frame.
Ah, very interesting. Well, there you go. That might be useful. What is this?
This
looks like a horn.
Believe it or not.
Oh.
Believe it or not, this could be used. This could be worth money because it's very hard to find this stuff. This is for factory. Oh, factory. Oh, cruise control.
Oh, really?
Factory cruise control. Yes.
Wow, that's pretty cool. We like that.
That's vacuum operated. This is well, what's left of it.
Yeah.
Is what's left of the diaphragm that hooks to a chain that hooks to the carburetor.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
So this alternator, I know, is locked up. Plus, it's electrical, so I'm assuming something like this is probably not original and probably not any good to be rebuilt. I mean, you can rebuild it. You can take this apart and redo the whole thing, but do you think something like this is original and or something
it's definitely original.
Somebody would want to use?
Matter of fact, I need this.
Oh, yeah.
I need this part of it.
Well, and this, you could sandblast that and clean that up.
When you run AC, you gotta run a dual pulley.
Oh, nice.
Because the AC runs on the outside of the pulley.
And then this thing is probably not worth anything. Oh, it does turn now.
Actually, it just needs to be cleaned. I mean, you can convert it with what is it? Petronics, I believe. They have a kit that'll convert it to I'm trying to think of a Hall effect switch for it, and you can change the fees and rebuild it. I mean, you do whatever you want. I mean, new ones are like $100, so whether you even want to put that kind of money into it.
At least it's not seized up. That's the important thing.
No.
And then
that's obviously a starter.
Yeah, a starter. Torque. How do you know it's high torque?
Usually you can go by the solenoid. Yeah. A little longer.
It looks like a standard starter.
It does.
Again, with something like this that they made so many for so many years, it does say Delco on it, so it may actually have numbers on here that we can clean off and see. If it does have numbers, that's a good thing for restored vehicles. They need to have stuff with numbers on them that helps them get extra points. And sometimes there's like one-off years, like it only has this horseshoe clip on it in this one year. So these things could be useful to someone. Obviously, this will clean up and you can rebuild.
I mean, if it's got a Delco Remy number on it or something like that, that could be worth a little bit of money for, like you said, a concourse restoration.
Yeah,
Somebody's
well,
looking for
it says,
original.
It says Delco Remy right there, and there's numbers above it.
All right.
Can't see what they are. All right, so you said something about brackets before. We got lots of brackets here, so this looks like an engine mount type of bracket thingy.
Actually, it's the AC bracket. Bolts right to the passenger side head, and the compressor fits here.
Oh, okay. So that, and then this is obviously alternator bracket,
That's the alternator
power
bracket,
steering
power
bracket,
steering bracket,
and then we got another dual pulley,
and
which
a
again could
water
be
pump.
useful for water pump. Well, so that's all the Buick engine and parts and accessories, which are all going, again, to one lucky viewer. And he's going to go ahead and take it over to his channel, the Buick Performance Support Channel.
Correct.
See, I remembered it. So, the link will be down below in the description if you guys want to go check that out. He's getting a slow start on his channel, but maybe this will give him a little bit of fuel to get some things going on. And so, overall...
I'm excited. I can't wait. You know.
Good.
It's going to be real cool. And when I put it in the C10, we'll see what happens. I'm looking for a C10, 6874. So.
All right. If anybody around the Raleigh, North Carolina area has a C10 for sale, hit me up, DansgarageNC@gmail.com. And other than that, we thank you for watching. Stay positive. Keep on wrenching.